Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. If you like these vids, then please subscribe to the channel and like and share. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today. Top of the morning, traders. How are you? It is Friday the 29th of April. We've made it to the end of the week. Woohoo! Guys, would love to hear how your week's been. Yeah, please leave a comment below the vid. Tell me how your trading's going, or leave a question if you need help with anything. Okay. Right, as usual guys, we've got a busy vid. We've got yesterday's trades to look at and yesterday's question. We've got today's trades and question, and we've got the news, guys. All right, so let's start with looking back at yesterday. We had 4 potential trades. The first one was this. This was the pound against the Canadian dollar. Yeah, it was clearly in a downtrend. Okay, it broke these lows, yeah, which told me it could had further movement to the downside. We had these 3 bearish candles form, and then the idea was just to take it back down to this blue psychological level at 1600. Okay guys, and as you can see, that's exactly what happened, and some. All right, so let's look at H1 to see if we could get in on this trade. Guys, I was particularly aggressive with this trade. So, you know, in an ideal world, we wanted price to retrace up into this grey zone, yeah, and then a bearish candlestick pattern happen, and then we take it lower. But as you can see, that didn't happen. So what I actually traded was the first candlestick pattern I could see, and it was this candle here. Yeah, I looked at the H4 before I took the trade. This also told me things were going lower. Okay, so I entered on this candle here. Yeah, at the close of it, I put my stop above here, and then I just took 100% of the trade down to this 600 mark. Okay, and closed 100% of my trade. Yeah, so yeah, it worked out as a really nice trade. It was almost a risk to reward of 1:2. But yeah, particularly aggressive, guys. I don't blame you if you didn't get in on this trade. That was a particularly aggressive trade. Yeah, but a good trade. Okay, so that was the first trade idea from yesterday. The second one was this. This is the Aussie dollar against the Japanese yen. We've been trying to short this all week, but the market keeps retracing. Okay, but I still think this market's coming down. Yeah, but we were shorting this because price was in an uptrend. Okay, and then bam, yeah, we had these negative candles break this low and break this low. Okay, so the idea was just to take this a little bit further down to this blue line. Okay, I still think this, because of the structure, I still think, yeah, it's going to find some resistance, and then price is going to come back down to this blue line. Okay, I still think this is going to happen. Okay, so let's look at H1 to see if we can get in on this trade, guys. And as you can see, yeah, we couldn't. Yeah, so price come up into our grey zone, okay, but just left the grey zone. Yeah, it was a very strong push upwards. If you looked at the H4, yeah, this H4 here, yeah, you just wasn't shorting this H4 candle. Okay, so if we go back to the H1, yeah, we just simply didn't have a trade, guys. Okay, it left the grey zone, and then actually used the grey zone as an area of support to move upwards again. Like I say though, guys, I still think this market is coming down. All right, but no trade on the Aussie dollar Japanese yen. The next one, guys, from yesterday was this. This was the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. Similar story to Aussie dollar yen. Yeah, once in an uptrend, okay, but then bam. Yeah, these lows are broken, these lows are broken. The structure has totally changed for me, and I still expect price to come down to this blue line here. Okay, we just, yeah, we'll see today, but I still think that's coming down. Okay, the idea was to short the market, and as you can see, we've got a bit of a bounce here off our grey zone. Okay, but let's look at the H1 to see what actually happened. So guys, yeah, similar story to the Aussie dollar yen. Price just come up. Yeah, we had a very strong H4 candle, okay, which initially put me off shorting this market. But then, as you can see, guys, we had these three bearish candles come back inside our zones, okay. But because of that H4 candle, I stayed out. But then, guys, price came back up. It stayed within our grey zone, and then we had this candle form. Okay, this tells, yeah, very bearish candle. This tells me sellers are back in control. So I actually entered on this candle. Okay, I've put my stop above this high. Yeah, I usually put it above here, but I put it above this high, so my stop's up here. Okay, so this is my risk. And all I'm looking to do, guys, is first of all, come back down here. These are the last H1 lows. Close 80% of my trade here, this area here, and then leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. Yeah, I still believe this market is coming down. So I'm in this trade, yeah, for 100%, but let's see what happens today. Okay, next trade, guys, was this. This was the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. Okay, again, yeah, all of these pairs were yen strength. Yeah, so we had price coming up. It was clearly in an uptrend, and then similar scenario, bang, price comes down, breaks this low. All right, we have had this very bullish candle, okay, form yesterday, but it's at an interesting zone. It's at our grey zone, okay, and I still think price can at least come back down to these lows and even at our blue higher time frame target. Okay, but let's look at H1 to see if we could get in on this trade yesterday. And again, yeah, it reacted similar to the Aussie dollar yen and New Zealand yen. So we had this large push upwards. Okay, it reached our grey zone. Okay, but then none of these candles here told me sellers were in control. Yeah, I don't like the wicks. Yeah, if I'm selling a market and I want a bearish candle, I don't want to see wicks. Yeah, we've got a wick at the bottom of the candle. I don't want to see these. This puts me off entering the trade. Yeah, sellers haven't quite taken control. Okay, and then sure enough, guys, yeah, price did come back up. Sellers were not in control. I did actually enter this market on this candle. Yeah, so price had come back up, reached this high. We had a little, kind of doji candle, and then we had a very full body bearish candle. So again, guys, I'm in this trade for 100% as we speak. I'm entered here. My stop is here. Okay, and my first target is the last H1 low. Okay, and this will give me a risk to reward of a bit more than 1:1. I'll close 80% of the trade here, and then I'll leave 20% to run back down to these last daily lows here. Okay, so I'm still in this trade as well, guys. So let's see what happens today. Okay, so they were the 4 trade ideas from yesterday, guys. So yeah, I'm still in a couple of the trades. Yeah, one successful trade, so a bit of a mixed bag, but overall a profitable day. But we need to see what happens today. Guys, we also had a question from yesterday, and it was regarding the pound against the Aussie dollar. My question was, if you had to trade this market yesterday, how would you trade it? Okay, and we had some good answers from our subscribers. But for me, guys, it was a tricky one, because you've got this area, yeah, this area here, which was once support is now acting as resistance. Okay, so that's one aspect to this trade. But the other aspect is, yeah, we had lower lows, lower highs. This high tried to hold, it didn't, and then this high was broken. Okay, and then as you can see, as it come back down, what was once what was once resistance became support, and it shot back off up. Okay, so the day trend is in an uptrend. Okay, so the real important level for me is this level here. Yeah, we're at this level now, guys. It'll be interesting to see how the market reacts. If it breaks this level, yeah, I think we can go to the downside because we have lower lows, structure has changed. If this holds, I think we can come back up to at least these highs here. Okay, so it all depends on this level today, guys. So keep an eye out for that. Let's see what it does. Okay, so yeah, that's the recap from yesterday and also the question. Let's take a look at today's trades now. Guys, if you enjoyed yesterday's recap and yesterday's question, then please smash that like button. Yeah, it really helps support the channel, and subscribe. Come join us at Simply Forex. Right, trade ideas for today, Friday the 29th of April, are as follows. The first one is this. This is the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. We've been trying to short this all week. Yeah, you could also carry on shorting the Aussie dollar Japanese yen, but this just gave me a better setup. You know, as we know, guys, it was in an uptrend. Okay, and then bang, these lows here and here were broken. So structure is to the downtrend. I just preferred this over the Aussie dollar yen because this wick, yeah, it reacted at our grey zone. Okay, so yeah, it was a stronger reaction than the Aussie dollar yen. Okay, so yeah, we're going to try and short this back down to this low and then leave some money on the trade back down to our higher time frame target. Okay, guys, so yeah, we're still looking to short this market. Let's look at H1 to see how we can get into the trade. Right, guys, so yeah, what we want to see is there's a couple of options, guys. What might happen is price retrace back up to these highs here. Okay, then we see a bearish candlestick pattern form. We enter the trade and then we take it back down to the last lows here. Yeah, this is always our first target, the last H1 low or high. Yeah, close 80% and then leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. Okay, if that doesn't happen and price starts shooting down, then what could happen, guys, is this. The price comes down, breaks this grey zone, then we see a retrace into the grey zone, and then we need a bearish candlestick pattern. That's always our trigger to enter the trade, and then we can take price back down to these lows here, and then close 80% of the trade and then leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. All right, guys, so two options on the New Zealand yen today, but still looking to short it. Next trade is this. This is the pound against the Swiss franc. Okay. Yeah, so price reacted, yeah, strongly at these last highs here, and price came shooting down, and it even broke these lows. Okay, broke these lows. So this tells me that structure has changed and we're in a downtrend. We have lower lows. Okay. Also, yeah, we had a very bearish candle form yesterday. Yeah, we had this red candle form yesterday. The day before, we also had this large wick bounce off of our grey zone. So all we're looking to do, guys, is take price back down. Okay, if I zoom out, you can see all we're going to do is take it back down to this next, let me just put the line in, guys. We're going to take it back down to the next psychological level of 2050, guys. Okay, all right, so just take price back down to this blue line here. Okay, let's look at H1 for execution. So we've got, a couple of options, guys. So price retrace into this grey zone, okay, which it already has. But now we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. Then we'll take price back down to our last H1 low, as long as we get a risk to reward of at least 1:1. If that doesn't happen, price could retrace back up to this grey zone and these last highs here. Okay, but again, we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. We'll take price back down to the last H1 lows, close 80% and leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. Okay, guys, so pound against the Swiss franc short. Next one, this is the Aussie dollar against the Swiss franc. Okay, guys, so price was, in an uptrend, as you can see. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. But these highs were not getting taken out. We haven't had higher highs. Okay, so this tells me price is breaking down. And then sure enough, this low is broken, this low is broken, and even this low is broken. Okay, so structure is in a downtrend. And we had this not overly bearish red candle, but a red candle, a bearish candle nonetheless, and it reacted at this low here. Okay, so the idea is to take price back down to this blue line here, the next psychological level at 6,800. Okay, but let's look at the H1 for execution. Basically, guys, we're in the grey zone now. So we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form at this grey zone. Okay, this is our trigger to enter. We'll enter the trade, take price back down to these last H1 lows, close 80% of the trade and leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. If price breaks this zone, guys, starts traveling up above the grey zone, I'm not interested. That red daily candle has been taken out and I'm not interested. Okay, so that's the third trade idea. The fourth one, fourth trade idea is this. This is the euro against the Canadian dollar. And as you can see, it's been in a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Okay, and then again, it looked like it was getting some momentum to the upside, but no, these last lows here, these were taken out. These have been taken out with both this candle and this candle. Okay, two very bearish candles with no wicks at the bottom. This is what I like to see. Okay, so we're going to take this price lower, guys. Let me show you my higher time frame target for this, guys. I wanted to show you this. So if you look at the weekly candle, weekly chart, guys. Sorry, my big head is in the way again. But this area here, okay, so the last weekly candle here, guys. So we can get out at around 3,200 mark, which is this, this last weekly low here, guys. So it still has a lot of room to move into. That's our higher time frame target. And as you can see, it's coming down quite strongly. Let's look at H1 for execution. Sorry guys, my computer has just froze for some reason. Okay, technical difficulties, guys. 1 second. Right, here we go. I have that effect on technology. So, price, as I explained, the day charts came down. We want to see price retrace into this grey zone. Okay, then we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. We'll take price back down to these lows. If we get a risk to reward of 1:1, close 80% and then leave 20% to run back down to that weekly low that I just showed you. Okay, so they're the 4 trade ideas for today. The question for today, guys, is this. Look, let me bring down some Canadian dollar pairs. Okay. We've got EURCAD, which I've just shown you. We're looking to trade this one today. So lots of Canadian dollar strength. Pound against the Canadian dollar, lots of Canadian dollar strength. New Zealand CAD, lots of Canadian dollar strength. and Aussie dollar CAD. Yeah, lots of Canadian dollar strength. My question is, guys, just to give you a good macro view of the markets and understand the bigger picture, why is the Canadian dollar so strong at the moment? Yeah, what are the reasons for this? Okay, so that's the question for today. Please leave your answers below the vid. Right, guys, let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis and want to receive it every single morning, Monday to Friday, then please subscribe to the channel and smash that notification button. That way, guys, you'll receive it every single day and it will alert you as well. Right, guys, so news for today. As you can see, the Japanese are on holiday, the Lucky Devils, and no news overnight. If we carry on down, the first important piece of news for us at 8 o'clock GMT, we've got the German GDP. So, yeah, but we want to know if that's in growth or decline. Yeah, so this could really move any euro pair. Okay, we carry on down. We've got more euro news at 9 o'clock GMT. We've got CPI, so inflation data. Again, a lot of eyes are on inflation data at the moment. So this could really move any euro pair. Carry on down. We've also got the GDP coming out of Canada at 12:30 GMT. So again, this could move any Canadian dollar pair. And if we carry on down, guys, as you can see, there's no other real news of concern to us for the rest of the day. So yeah, there you go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the vid, guys. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share with your trader friends. I hope you have a great trading day. Have a fantastic weekend, guys, and I'll catch up with you on Monday. See you later.